So let's restart. How you says it is very right, and I make this comparison. If you have to take the weight 1,000 kilograms, you don't have to take it full. You can take 1 kilogram per day, and after 1,000 days, you will take 1,000. So let's start. I will show you, as I understand, you know this site, Microinvest.net. Here you can download all our software. Our main product is our back office, Microinvest Warehouse Pro, and front office, Microinvest Warehouse Pro Lite. There is a lot decisions for mobile telephones, web. This is for print barcodes and so on for Android and other. So let's start with Warehouse Pro. It is already on my computer. Let's start with settings. It's settings. First settings, what is have to be done? It's other settings, other, and you choose here language. We have different languages. Our program translated. You can choose the country. Now we work about in 30 countries, and there is great. After you choose the country, will be set what groups, other the settings, report special, what need for this country. After you save the settings, you can create the database. We work with few databases. In the start, it is Access database. The same, you can choose this in the settings. So we have MS Access database, MSD, MySQL, and the MySQL server. Often of the times we work with MySQL server, but if client want MySQL and or MS Access, no problem, he can work with this. For now, I have installed MySQL server 2017, so it's last version, and we work with all versions of MySQL server starting with 2005 and all others. Here I want to tell you, if you have any questions with the Warehouse Pro, you press button F1, and for example it is database, and after you enter database connection, will show you everything what is the screen of the settings, database type and definition, then pass, and all functions is described just by clicking one button F1. Yes, listening you some question, or MS SQL or MySQL, any server what you have on your PC can be chosen. MS Success is by default, and other by choose. Here you write SQL server name. For me it is localhost or dot, and name and password for the user who has access to the MS SQL server. It's for client system. If he has MS SQL server, you write here the server name and parameters to enter the server. Here you choose the database. Here I have a lot of database different, and you can press test. That's everything okay. Now we save. After we put the settings, we can create a database. It's made from file, new database. After you click this, you enter the name, for example, test, and okay, and starts creation of the database in the MySQL and opens wizard. With this wizard, you can enter the main settings, what is have to be entered to start the work. For sure, you just can click finish and put the settings after. You have access to this from the settings menu. From here, you should choose what will be this. This will be store, or it will be shop, or restaurant, and what special possibilities can be. It is use lots, mean work with the lots. It is FIFO, FEFO, LIFO. If you know about this system, by lots it mean you have income of the some items. Some supplier give you an items and you put this on the lot 1. Then you have income the same items, but from other supplier it's lot 2, and it have some position in your warehouse. It has expiration date, and you may have possibility to enter all this information. It's a special work of warehouses, of stores. If a store work by this system, we can put by lot. So, for example, shop, lot, or not. What included mean what will be included in price or not. And print cash receipts. Will you print cash receipts or not?
Yes.
Company. Here you put information about your company. For example, store, and you put the number of your company, special number in the accounting, and VAT number. Here you enter the location. For example, you have 2 shops. So you enter shop 1, shop 2, and warehouse. That's enough. Next. Here you choose the items. In example, we have items for the computer store. If you want, you can create any what you want. After we choose these example items, they will be added. Here you enter, no problem. We have import-export function from the Excel file. You just specify what row and what column is for name, for the barcode, for the price, and then just import, and all items will be entered to the program. Here we will enter some client. We here enter end clients and supplier with some number, UIC and VAT. These numbers will be used in the reports and in the cash receipts in the future, if you want. If you don't, if your supplier don't have these numbers, so no need to enter these numbers. Here, user. First user will be owner with owner rights. We enter name of the owner and the password, for example. And all next users, we have 4 types of the users. It's owner, administrator, manager, and operator. Its difference between them is by access level. For owner, it's all functions on the program, and for operator, most of functions is prohibited, and you can choose what function have to see operator in the special menu in the settings. So no problem with this. Same, we enter the password for the operator, and for example one more operator too with his password. That's done. Users and other information. For example, we choose country Kenya. So here we see that currency for the Kenya is Kenyan shilling. And if you want, you can add here other currencies or change the rate. For now, currency for Nigeria you can add by yourself by choosing default country and adding the currency yours. We don't have Nigeria in the settings. We can add this country if you tell us what groups you use in the country, what special reports, and
Is Billy with us?
And here we put the VAT groups of your country and percent. For now it's ready. Next, what I want to tell you is about creation of nomenclatures. We go to the edit. In the partners, we have our client and our supplier, what we create. Here we can specify a lot of information about our clients, about contact name, city, address, phone, and another. First client have to be created with the retail price, type client, and frequently used. It is this settings is made this settings is made to have a possibility to start the Warehouse Pro Lite. It is one of the, and for supplier is our supplier who will take to us the items. In the edit items, you can add or delete all items what you have. Here we have example items what was added from the default database, and you can enter the item. The creation of new item is by click button new. Here we enter code or it will be auto-generated. If we put the cursor of the mouse here, it will show you what the number. For example, auto-generated code, maximum, minimum free code in this group, minimum free code in the database, because for some groups can be specified special codes. For first group it will be from 1 to 1000, for second group from 1000 to 2000, and so on. And it's like some you can see this which number is free. We enter some test item name. We can put barcode for the item. We have a big system of barcodes generation. It will be EN. We just press one button and generated barcode. It is EN8. It can be weight barcode. Weight barcode means you have some weight, for example, potatoes. It is some store, and from weights, client take the barcode. It prints the weight print scale print the weight barcode, and you just read the barcode from barcode scanner, and program understands that this is item with code 361. First, this 28 means that it is a weight barcode. Next 5 digits.
Automatically generated.
Yes, barcode is automatically generated. Just press one button and it's generated. Next 5 here by clicking this button. And then press OK, and it's so here you can enter additional barcodes. It is about 19 barcodes can be entered here. It's pretty enough for one item. Also can be generated price barcode. So I tell you about weight barcode. The same can be done for the price, which means 26.7 it is prefix for the price barcode in our program. The next 5 symbols it is code of the item in the program means 361 and 361 you can see here. Then next 5 symbols it is weight, it is kilograms and grams, and the last symbol is C. It is checksum. It is checksum for the EN13 barcode. What made the program when he see when it's from scanner First, 28, it means weight. So program will take this item with this code and will put the quantity from here. What is B will be in the barcode. For example, there will be 10, 000, it will be 10 kilograms. If here we have 27, it is a prefix of the price barcode, then will be 361, it is item. Will be take this item with this code, and price. Quantity will be 1 and price will be from here. If it's 100, so it will be $100 or euro, which you specify for your database first currency. Catalog number, it is some special information for this item from your supplier or just for you, some special codes. In description, you can enter the description of your item. As I tell you before, if you press F1, you can watch all information about this item, and here you can read about all functions of this current menu. States can be 3: available, frequently used, and discontinued. Means if it's frequently used, you will have possibility to see this in a restaurant and warehouse provides retail. If it's just available, you can specify that this item you do not see in the retail model. And discontinued, this item is prohibited and you see it nowhere. Here you can, in additional information, you can put information about measure of the product. It is item, kilogram, liter. As well, you can enter everything you want, for example, gram, and additional measure. For example, pack, box, packing. If you choose item and some box and put 20, then program will know if you sell one box, then it's sell 20 items. In minimum and nominal quantity, you can enter the minimum and nominal quantity of this item in your warehouse. Means you got some items in common and you have 100. Start sale, you sell it every day, some quantities. When it's become to minimal quantity 10, you sell 1, it's become 9. You can watch a special report which will show you that you have below minimum quantity items, and make the order for your supplier to get as to 50. If it's 9, you will make a purchase for 41 and will become 250. So next one, what you can put here is a standard or fixed price and that group for this item. By default came first var group. If you choose something another and create new item, will be choose last one what you choose. So it's A. And next menu is prices. You can put 10 price groups for your item. Wholesale price, retail price, and price group 1, 2, and 8. Why we did this? If you have few shops, for example, shop 1, shop 2, one shop is sale by retail price, second shop sale by price group 1, and you could put the price group which you want. It can be the same or it can be another. In warehouse, for example, you sell by wholesale price. And last one menu for the item is groups. Here you can create a new group, you can edit existed one, or you can delete the group which is here. For example, we enter test group.
Does this grouping, do they have like an Excel sheet template so that if the client completes all the Excel sheet,
yes,
they can just upload and it goes into the system?
Yes, if he has in the Excel sheet column groups, they will be all imported and created here. You can even create subgroups, sub 1, and sub to this subgroup, or a subgroup for test group. So no problem, just create and it will be there. Then you can why we use these groups. For each group can be set discounts, can be set some special rules, and another. It's for management and retail special possibilities. That's all about edit item information. From here you can print barcode labels. Will be after press this button will be opened our special program called barcode printer. It is not included in the Warehouse Pro, but if you have installed, you will have this button and you can print the barcode. Will be printed all barcodes for this item. After you save, this item is in this group. These groups are empty. If you want, you can take some items pressing Shift or Control and then move it to this group. So no problem to move, delete, and other functions. You can create new item, you can edit existed one, you can delete, print. In locator you can locate the item by name, by code, by barcode. So if you start to enter some number, the program will show you all. For example, 200, we have the barcode like this. If we continue, it will make the filter, which show you the item, or for example some name. The same will be made a filter by existing items by this name. It can be quick search, it can be search only by first letters, or extended search will be searched not only of first letters, will be searched everywhere in all fields in the database. It is a locator button, and here you can sort the items. For example, you have a lot of items, you can sort by code, by name, by measure. If you have different measures, for example, we have item. What else want to tell you? In last version, we add the function that item cannot be divided. Means if it's item, it can be 1 or 2 or 3. It cannot be half, 0.7. If you want for item, not for item, for your some make other you create other measure and enter the value. For kilogram, you can sell the kilogram 1.7, 1.2, and item can be sold only 1 or only 2, or You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So in this window also we can just start to enter some number, and it will show the item. For example, 10 will be show you the code. If we want to see all items, we press show all. If we don't want to see groups, we empty the checkbox if we want. So it is all about items. About locations. Here we have the all locations, our shops, our warehouses. Here can be put the code name, display name, and you can choose the price by which will you sell from this shop. If it's shop 1, you put retail price, and this location is frequently used, enabled or disabled. So you can choose the function. For shop 1, for example, we will choose group 2, and for warehouse it is also a price. So when you choose in next menu, where I will show you, for example, operation sale, we choose the partner to who we will sell. We choose location, for example, it is shop 2, and operator who made the operation. We choose the item, choose test item, and it is shop 2, and sell price is taken from the shop 2. If we try to change, it will write that other location is work by other sale price and cannot be changed. So we just exit the sale, we enter, choose the client, we choose shop 1, and if we sell from shop 1, will be take retail price. So it can be divided. Each user, for example, operator, can be combined to some location. For example, here we see that for operator 1 of one location is all, we can choose only shop 1. So operator 1 can work only with shop 1. If we save, press OK, and when we enter from other user, we exit, we enter the operator 1 code, and we start sale. We see that operator 1 works in shop 1 and cannot change this setting. He just choose the partner and start sale. And sale will be by this sale price, which is for this object, shop 1. You can choose currency of the sale, and it will be counted by amount which is set in the settings. It is edit currencies. Here you can add any currency you want. For example, we have Kenyan shilling and United States dollar. Exchange rate is put here, so for $1 is 10 Kenyan shillings. I put it for example, I do not know it's real. So if we create new currency, euro for example, put here 20 exchange rate and some description, save, you will have possibility to sell with euro. and will be recounted to this. If you change the sale price, will be changed and total. Automatically counts VAT of the operations, subtotal, and total by amount. You can put any discount for this sale. Automatically will be changed the price and other. Here in left down corner we can choose included VAT in the operations or excluded. We can issue invoice automatically after sale. We can change prices with or without VAT. We can print barcode as labels. For example, we make some purchase. We choose supplier and some item. We enter here purchase price. Why it's red? It's red because it is not like previous. For example, you make purchase of the test item, quantity 1 and price is 5. You save this. After every sale and every operations can be printed document. We use technology of the crystal reports, so for any operations can be create each own document, and it can be printed on your language. After we made the operation, it can be paid or unpaid. If we pay for our supplier, so we enter the payment 5 and press OK. After this will be created document which can be print or sent to email of your supplier or everything else what you want. So, for example, something like this: stock receipt, purchase. Here is information about the recipient. Here information of supplier and which item, how much, and what is total. You can print this document. You can export it somewhere. You can send it to email. If you press this button, will be automatically sent to supplier's email. If he has email filled in the information. If he has not, so will be not sent.
So, for example, when you have partners mean two things: suppliers and all your clients.
Yes.
Now, so if it's a new client, you can always update their details in the system.
Information about clients can be updated from the menu Edit Partners. You enter the partner and enter all information you want. So if he has some special information about bank name, for example, email, test.net, save, and supplier. And it can be sent to the email. Any document and any operation can be sent to email. But first, if you want to send information, have to be as you can see, we are now in the operator, and in the operator menu we can change only visual settings and general, nothing other. But if we enter like owner, we can see all settings and can be changed everything. What can see operator is can be edited in menu edit administration permissions. You choose the operator and choose what he can see. He can, for example, do not see menu file, and he cannot create database, he cannot open database, he cannot show active database and other functions. For example, he cannot make productions. We disable this menu. We apply and make. When we enter like operator, enter the password. We do not see file menu. We cannot create database, and in operations we do not have production. So it's made from this menu. If we enter like owner, we have file menu, creation database, and we have production. So main functions is purchase of items from your suppliers and sale of some items to your clients. It's two main functions. Also in operations we have a lot other functions. It is productions. Productions mainly in restaurants. You have some receipts, for some salads, for some dishes. You make recipes. You choose item and raw materials from which is made this item. You put the quantity. For example, we will create some test 1, test 2, and test 3. We choose that will be made from these 3. If you press Shift, you can enter 3 of them, and then enter the quantity from 2 these items, 3 this, and 1 this will be made test item. Apply, and we have the receipt in the production. In the future, you can choose the location, operator, and creation of the item, test item. When we made this test item, will be automatically write off all raw materials in which made this item. And we see that test item is made from 2 test item 1, 3 test item 2, and 1 test item 3. And it's ready. Here will be entered all prices, purchase price and amount. In the finish will be counted price of the item, all these prices and amount. If we enter the items in the stock and watch about this, we see that in shop 1 we have 1 item and in warehouse. So it is production menu. Also we have complex receipts. Here, what difference between these complex receipts, ordinary receipts from after we make other operation, you can press F1 and read about everything we here have. Reports. We have big reports, sales, or a combination on the keyboard, Shift F2. Sales. I want to tell you about the report of our program. We have a lot of reports in our program, more than 200. For each operation, reports, yes. For each operation, for each production, sale, purchase, for any of your partner, any of your refunds and other. For example, we start with report sales. Report sales, as I told you, keyboard combination is Shift F2. You press this and you see the filter. By using this filter, you can choose the date from to, you can choose the document number, you can choose by item code or item name, and all other specified fields by which you can filter the sales. You cannot even do not put any filters, and will be shown all sales in your database which was made. For example, in my database there is no sales. If I create some specific one with some sale prices and save, yes, okay, we can see this sale operation in the report. Ready. So the same filters is almost about all operations like sale, purchase, production. You can see what purchases was made in your database, by whom was made this operation. So from reports can be see all deeds of your company. Also want to tell you, we have a reports manager, means we can create any report you want. You just tell us which informations you want to see, and we create this report. That's about reports. And you asking me about the export from the Excel file. If you enter menu edit, administration, import items, for example, here you choose the file, Excel file for the items. You just have to, you just need the Excel file where is number of the item, name of the item, and the price. That will be enough. You can create any Excel file on your computer. For example, you choose some Excel file. Okay, open. You choose button items, and in next row you choose in which row, in which column is name, in which column is price, and in which column is code. Just enter the character. For example, in column A we have the code, in column B we have the name, and in column C we have the price, retail price. Which have to be specified is items sheet, name of the sheet. You enter the sheet where is this information, sheet 1, and which rows will be used from first row, for example from 5th row to 10th. D code name and the price. And if you put all correct, will be in finish shown all your names of items, codes and retail prices. After you click finish, all these items will be added to your database. If you want, I can send you Excel file with this information, or you can create. As well, we have import operation, we have export operation. For example, if we do you have items in your database? Any?
Yes.
Okay. Edit.
Any items?
Some test item. Add any and put any price. Do you add the item? Will be enough, just name, and that's all. Okay, now we go to the reports, items, list of items. And here will be show code and the name of the item. After we press export, it is a green button in the top of the screen, and for example in Excel. Which menu? Reports, items, list of items. You press. Now you see all items which is in your database. Now you can press black arrow, it is right from green arrow. And for example, Excel, you can choose any of the format you want to export. It can be Word, text file, XML, PDF, any. We choose Excel. We enter some name and press save. And we have the Excel file with the code of the item and the name. And this Excel can be imported by edit.
Items list report.
Yes, items list report. Edit administration, import items. And here you can choose this Excel list to import, for example, to another database or to another computer. So can be done like this. Pretty simple for any starter who start work with database.
Okay.
We open this file. We choose checkbox items. Press next button. Items sheet name will be Microinvest. First row value. Yes, value is Microinvest. It is name of the sheet with items. First row will be, for example, 5s, and last row is 10. Code, it is value A. and name, it is value B. First row 5. If you open the Excel sheet, you will see. And last, for example, 10. I don't know how much items you have in your database, so there can be only one. First row 5, last row 5. It is a number of the row in the Excel. So for code it is A, and for name it is B. So the main it is code and name. That's enough. All code and name, 2 parameters. So first, items sheet, you filled in value, it's Microinvest, right? Now you can see codes and names of the items from the Excel. And after you press finish, these items will be imported. Yeah, imported. And it's all about import export. So there is a lot of other functions. If you want, you can watch this by your own. If you have questions, you can write me by mail or in the Skype. I will try to answer everything. If you have questions, you can press F1 and read in the program all information. And how I tell, it's have to need time to learn all functions. That's pretty a lot. Our program was made 20 years ago, so there's a lot of functions was added by these years. And want to tell you that for any retail shop or restaurant, we have almost all functions. And many of workers and owners do not use 100% of the functions. Mainly they use 20-30%. So thank you for the listening.